Izaak, can you tell me about your decision to do a trial? Why did you decide to do a trial?
I think this day and age you really can't be complacent in your current spray programs and your way of thinking. I think you've always got to be evolving and trying to try new things, and yeah, the opportunity come up here to do the trial with Tia, and yeah, it was a good chance to be involved.
Was there a particular problem you were looking to address?
There was a particular focus with Botrytis in our Chardonnay, and one variety within Chardonnay is Chardonnay Mendoza. Bunches are quite tight and skin-on-skin contact within the berries itself, so there's a lot of Botrytis pressure there late season, and that's something we wanted to try and not eliminate, but just try and control to when we basically pick it at harvest.
What were you expecting to get out of this trial?
Not so much eliminate the Botrytis itself, which is primarily a grey mould or a bunch rot. We wanted to see a result or an improvement. We're trialling a different product in our spray program, which yeah, we did see a result of responding in a good way, I think.
Yeah, so you have seen an improvement during this trial?
Yeah, we did, and it's in small numbers, but comparing it to our conventional way of thinking with certain other Botrytis sprays, and comparing it to this one that we did go with, we did see a response of it. It did help with late season Botrytis.
Yeah, so can you outline that response and what you did see and what benefits you've seen from this trial?
Yeah, so if we're going off our conventional, we do roughly four Botrytis in-season sprays, and particularly focusing around flowering. It's probably the most critical time to get those Botrytis sprays on to prevent late season Botrytis when the bunches are formed and you're heading to harvest. The biggest battle is we've got a long drawn out harvest, and that Botrytis pressure just keeps growing the longer that the fruit sits on the vine. So where we saw an improvement it wasn't much, but it was enough to say, okay, we could gain 10 to 20 growing days or sitting there ripening, where we did see an improvement to hold it on the vine longer and show cleaner fruit.
So that could have, I guess, benefits for you and the winery here?
Yeah, definitely. So the longer we can sit it out there and it's cleaner, we might be chasing a specific number, sugar level within the winery, and the cleaner that fruit comes in, ultimately you're going to end up with a higher quality fruit anyway. So if you can manage to keep funguses or disease or anything like that out and keep it on the vine that's happy and healthy, then yeah, ultimately you're going to end up with a cleaner fruit.
What do you think might happen next? What's the next stage of this trial?
For us, we're going to go back to back. So with this trial, we'll try it again this season, maybe on a bit bigger scale, and hopefully we can do some more tests and look at things side by side with other products that we use, just to see that it is proving to work.
Do you think other wine producers could benefit from being involved in a trial like this?
Oh, definitely, and I think it's not even just the trial itself. I think it's the collaboration between others, getting involved and being able to show other trials and ways of thinking within viticulture. It's a challenging industry to be in at times, and we're at war with the weather a lot of the time. Weather's probably their biggest unknown, and we've got to adapt pretty quickly in season. Nearly every year is different. So
have you been involved in a trial like this one before?
No, I haven't actually. So it's been great, and a good team within Tia that's made it nice and easy for us to do our own thing, and for them to be involved and sort of lead the way a little bit to give us the opportunity has been great.
Yeah, you've touched on it, but how valuable has it been for you and the business?
Valuable, very valuable for us in my knowledge of diving into the hundreds of chemicals, and you know, there's so many chemicals out there, and you can have a sales rep come in and try to sell you something the next day that might be unknown or not proven as such in viticulture. So yeah, you've got to do some type of trial, I think, to at least prove to yourself that, okay, that does work or this doesn't work, and move on from there. Look, I think it's important that within Tasmania that we do get a lot of growers at a broader spectrum throughout the whole state. We all know in Tasmania growing grapes in viticulture can be difficult, and we're all in our own regions, but sub-regions and the microclimate type weather that we do get within those regions can be so different to somewhere else 20, 50 kilometres down the road. So the more that get involved, I think, we can see what they are doing differently, and we can just take bits and pieces from one another and really help our own industry out.